Hello, welcome you all here in the lesson
Uh,
4.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so we took three lessons, which is on the section 1, the building blocks. So in this lesson, we actually learn how to connect with Symmetron through API, how to do some basic operation. We check deeply in set, some few APIs in NC which is frequently in use, and also API in part design and data management. Okay, so this is section 2. The section 2 start from the lesson 4, which is the today's lesson 4, and this section is based on some specific topic which you have to know, understand, to add any kind of customization and automation. Okay, so these topics are on specific things. So like today's lesson is on adding external data into the Symmetron file, the ELT file. Okay, after that we will going to talk in the lesson 5 for geometry information, and lesson 6 is the create a feature custom feature guide. Okay, so for this lesson, you have to know like 4 and 5. We are going to use lesson 4 and lesson 5 frequently in this lesson, lesson 6. Okay, so pay attention, and whenever you have any kind of doubt, even the small thing, you can stop me at that point and we can discuss. Okay, so let's start. Mm, So I have opened Symmetron 25 SP2. Um, What I can do is let's talk about first the external data about this, why this is required, and what are the ways we have in API. So, what is external data? So, for end user, any data he have to give, and Symmetron have to, or plugins or automation have to process on data and give some kind of output. So, for user, that is the input data is input data which he give, but from Symmetron point of view, the Symmetron don't know the user data, which is came through plugin or automation. So that is external data. So let's take a case like let's suppose you have to create a spline passing from points. Okay, we have feature, the spline feature doing the same thing, but imagine we don't have that in Symmetron, and you have to write plugins for that. And user can say like, I don't want to give you the each point, but I can give you a text file where all points is present, but you have to remember this file and these points in your data, because I am not giving you this data again and again. Okay, then first thing is obviously you have to create plugins which can automate this thing and create a spline on the point data which user given in that text file. Second thing, you have to store this file somewhere, because if we are asking for user like, hey, you have to maintain these two files, the ELT file and your text file by your own, then it is possible for some extent, but after some time it is so frustrating whenever user have created thousand of ELT file and thousand of text file. Then this is requirement, you have to store this data inside the Symmetron file, ELT file. Okay, so we are going to talk on this. um, so let's open the API website. So is it clear for you why this is important?
Yes.
Yes. So in our API documentation, we have added one special section, tips and solution. This is for such kind of things where the API is already we have documented, but there are some APIs which you have to use for other purpose also, like this read and write custom data to Symmetron document ELT file. Okay, so I'm opening this link in new tab. So here you can see we have two ways to do that. First way is using the Symmetron file structure. Second way is using the Symmetron doc attribute. Okay, so both have some advantages and also some purpose. Okay, so for let's talk about the second method using the Symmetron doc attribute. So this method is very simple. This is very widely used in CAD software. You have to attach your own attribute and you have to give the value which is the custom data, user data in our case. And that CAD software can save that attribute in their file. Here in our Symmetron, we are going to save that doc attribute in the ELT file. So whenever you open the ELT file and um, try asking the specific attribute which you have given to that file, you will get your data. So this is a common thing. Okay. And second thing is using the Symmetron file structure. So why this is important? Because in the second method, imagine you have GBs of data or maybe MBs, 500 MB, and you have a simple ELT file. Let's suppose a cube file, 16 KB file, 16 or 30 KB file, and you have 300 MB data, user customized data, and you have to save inside the doc attribute. Of course, software will able to save that data. No worries. You can also retrieve that data, but it will impact on the software performance, because whenever software open that file, software have to read your user data which is 300 or 500 MB and store it in the memory. Even that user don't have to use that data, because you know that user will use that data only for your customization or whenever user enter in your plugins. Okay, so this will increase the load on the software. So in that case, the second approach is important. So in that approach, you can add any data and Symmetron will not going to read that data. You have to take care about the read and write. Okay, we only give you the facility or where you can read and write. Okay, that's mean whenever Symmetron open that file, Symmetron not uh, Symmetron not interested to read, so it will not impact on the file performance. Symmetron don't have to remember. So now it's your responsibility when you have to read and when you have to delete that data from memory. Okay, so this is much simple. But from the implementation point of view, second method is much simpler than the first method. So it has advantage. Second method has advantage like for only for the you can use this method for adding or maintaining a small section of data, but you have huge data, um, 500 MB, 600, 700, then you can use. I don't think that will be the case, but we have framework and we have to give you. Maybe you can use it in a better way for other purposes. Okay, so let's do some trial using the doc attribute. So here again we populate to the another link idoc attribute. I open it and you can see use this interface to read the parameters of specific file attribute and fill them for update or create a new attribute. So this is a code where you can create any kind of doc attribute. Okay. Um, so what we can do, we can create one new application, new console application where we open a file, ELT file, or maybe we can, or maybe we open any ELT file and attach our own attribute to that file and try to save it. And whenever the file is open, we can retrieve that attribute. Okay, so I am
The attribute
creating
is
the,
like a pointer or a shortcut to an external file.
it is like the pointer, but it is, at the end, everything is pointer from the software point of view. Attribute, you can imagine it is a label data. You have labeled some data. Okay,
Okay, but it
so
doesn't have to enter the memory as a whole, like you said.
no, no, it is entering
Okay.
memory. So whenever you add any kind of data as a attribute, software store it in the memory.
If the attribute is 600 megabytes, then in the task
Then
manager, I'll see another 600 megabytes in my memory, in the
yes,
Symmetron instance,
yes, yes, yes.
but I don't have to save it inside the ELT.
But at the end, all attribute is going to save in ELT because document is attribute is symmetron property. It is not the external, right? Because you
Okay,
have created attribute on symmetron document on the top of symmetron document. Maybe I can explain this again when we start programming.
okay, thank you.
So let's create one console application. I'm not going to repeat this step. We already did this for 3 lessons. Okay, system lesson 4 afternoon. Okay, select folder. Okay, so this created console application which can able to connect Symmetron 25. So as usual, I have something to edit. You don't have to do anything. This is because I have the development things. There are many things which is like you can say the scrap thing. Still, it is on my computer. So can you give me just a minute? I have one important call. I have to receive it. Sorry, it's over. I have one urgent call. Okay, is my audio? Are you? Sorry, um, I'm audible. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So where I am. So this is my development machine. There are too many things, which is you can say I have tried something, and there are many things. So that's why I have to update this path manually. You don't have to do anything manually. It's automatic for you. For me, it is not today. Okay, so I save it. Okay, so let's check. Yes, it's directly good. Okay, so next thing we have to do is obviously we have to open the Visual Studio in admin rights, the as usual thing, because we have to compile this program, create a new exe in program files which need admin rights. Okay, so I'm just try to debug and make sure it is able to build. Yes, build successful. Okay, so we are here. This is your program. Okay, so the program is created new file, right? The new document file. Our objective is to add any kind of attribute data to this file. Okay, so we have opened this at doc attribute, and you can see here some kind of examples. Okay, so I am copying this example from which is in our website directly. I always recommend this because we have documented and give sample code in such way that it can able to compile if you copy whole code. I have not copied whole codes, that's why he gave me some error. Right? Okay, so now it's okay. So what we are trying to do now is we will create one attribute. We'll create one attribute and we are going to save that. Okay, so for that we don't even need to create or open that file in the memory as in document. You can see here I have created this document, but from the example you can see we don't even need that file open in Symmetron. So you can comment. Okay, so but we need to open the Symmetron because the I application, this application pointer we got only when the Symmetron is open. Okay, so first thing is retrieve the current um, doc attribute. So this is a code, and in this code we are going to learn what is written. Okay, so first thing is they have taken the PDM. PDM is responsible for data management. Attribute is also data management process. So you can see here is a retrieve doc attribute method which is responsible to give all kind of attributes which is added in that file. So first thing you have to give complete file path. Okay, so I'm creating new file. It may be open. Okay, so no problem. And the online course session 4 after part 1. So okay. Okay. So we retrieve all document attribute which is present in that file. If I try to open that file, okay, maybe you can check it also in properties. So you can see in the properties, there are many things: name, okay, description, units. So this is also kind of attribute created by, creating pass, and this. So even if I, as a user, I haven't added any attribute to this file, still you can see we will get some kind of attributes nearly 40, 42, 41, because this is already present in that file. So which represent when the file is created, who the file is created, the modified by, this kind of data. Okay. We also check the what is the value. So in the retrieve document we will get object, which is also object array, and we can directly cast this object into the I document attribute. So here the attribute, and you can also see the value of this attribute by, here is a value function which return again the object, and this can cast into the string, double, whatever the value we have put. Okay, we check for some, maybe we can write name. Okay, so what we did, we write the attribute data in our console. Okay, and also in this iDocument array, we added or updated each document attribute. You can see here the document array size is written as count plus one. This is because in this sample code, the one document attribute is created, which is the user attribute. This is like my attribute. So you can say this is my name, and in the value you can add anything. So here is string, so you can even add any data if your data in some file. So let me take one example, like this. So I have this file. Okay, I am copying the file path. Okay, so I am going to read whole file and into the one string of file data and try to add this data into that attribute. So for reading in C Sharp, system IO has file class, and it has read function, read all text. It is going to read the whole file into one string, and you have to give the full part of the file as a input for that function. So let me correct my name. Okay. So I am going to change the attribute name as file data. I got notification someone in the queue. Okay, lobby. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is a simple program which is actually creating a document attribute. Okay. Then PDM also has one more API for update document attribute. Here you have to give, you have to update attribute for your file. So right now we just create it, but we haven't attached it. So for attaching this attribute, you have to ask PDM like update my document attribute to that file. So you can see this file. You can see this function, and this is the file, and this is the array where the previous attribute is added. Also new attribute which we created just here is also added. Okay, and here in the update doc attribute you have to give access mode, like I want to write this attribute, I have to update this. So you can see here the argument is read right now. We prefer write because we are trying to add something in that file. Okay, so is it good for you now? So I hope so. Let's try to do. Let's compile this program. Okay, and try to, I'm closing this file. So here you can see my program is able to connect Symmetron 25. I am getting the document management. Okay, and I want to retrieve all document which is present in the file, this file. Okay, so I am, okay, you can see in the object, it is object array actually, and it has 41 attribute. Okay, so let's check the value of each attribute. So here we created one separate array where we push each entity which is a doc attribute. So if you check here, the value is null and this is scene description. So I'm adding breakpoint here and press F5 in the console. I already write the value. So let's check the value. So this is the value. My unit is the created device, Akshay Padgan. This is my computer name. This is creation date. So these are the all attribute which we saw in that property dialog. Okay, this is default thing. But I want to add my attribute. So I have created I doc attribute, which is a new. Okay, this is doc Akshay. Then this is my value. Sorry, this is my name, the attribute name Akshay, and I have read this file class 1.cl, and you can see in the file data here is a too many data. It's actually program file. Okay, so this is in one string, and I have assigned it as the value. Okay, so I also add my new attribute in the attribute array and update to the doc attribute. Okay, so in this way you can attach a document attribute to that file, right? So even if you open that file in Symmetra, you don't see any change. It will not going to display in that property window because this is your attribute. You will see that attribute not going to show here. You don't find it anywhere in UI. It is hidden in the background. Okay, if you try to retrieve the document attribute again, you will see that attribute. So we can again execute this program. So at the start we saw like we got 41 attribute, and right now if I try to retrieve document attribute from same file, you can see it is expected that 42 attribute. Okay, so let me check what happened. It is not showing the 41 attribute. I think I forget to save. Oh yes. I think in the first trial I haven't called this function update. I just stop somewhere in between. But if I try it again, you can see the 42 attribute, and last attribute is actually the customize attribute, which has a name, Akshay. So let's check in console. Ah yes, this is attribute. So you can see the my name. This is new attribute which I have added, and this is my data. So data is anything. It is string. It is any kind of data. But for document attribute, you can add some standard data like the string, which may be in binary form also, and also integer double value. But you can add image. You have to convert it into a binary string, then treat as string and update in the value. Okay, so is this clear for you guys? Hello.
Yes, this.
This is
Okay.
like attaching a file, whatever that is, into an
Yes.
ELT file.
we can say, because you just saw I have added whole class1.cs data in that file.
Okay.
So let me give you this code, you can try. One more thing I forget to uh, show you one thing. If I open this file and close it, it will not ask me to like save this file. Okay, but imagine I open this file. Okay, um, let's suppose I have changed the attribute value. So I want to change the value like this. Okay, I will execute this program. Oh, sorry, I have to build in admin and again start executing here. Okay, and I close this file. You saw it asked me to save something because we have attached attribute to that file. So even you don't did any kind of things in Symmetron, it is still asking to save because as Symmetron API, we have changed something in that file. If I say no, it will not going to save my attribute. If yes, then it's save. Okay, so just give me let me copy this file, or maybe I can give you the whole code. So this is actually the complete code. Complete code is also in our website, but as we did in this session, I am going to add this code in our chat. So try to unzip this file or copy this code, change your file path, okay, and try to add any kind of attribute. If you use this program as it is, then it might be like you will getting crash because I have added two hard-coded path. One is the ELT file, second one this the CS file. Okay, so let's take some minutes. Let's take 5 minutes. So I hope you will going to see the document is added in the file and you can retrieve the document attribute. Is it working?
I get some errors. I'm trying to
Mm,
fix it.
okay. Okay. So anyone tried? Is it working or
Yes, just one question.
yeah?
This is an array. So the first time we run this code, we uh, add an attribute called Akshay with the string value. Okay, but the next time we run this code, it doesn't add another Akshay. So the attribute name is unique.
Yes, is unique. It should be unique.
Okay, and this is an array which is you know has a limited capacity.
Yes.
How much can I enter there?
You can add anything. It is limited because you can see in Task Manager after adding, let's say, hundreds of attribute, you can see some kind of increase in Task Manager. But I
Mhm.
think 100 is also big number.
Okay,
Big,
so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, thank you.
yes. But if you want to add apart from that, then you have to use the second approach. We're going to discuss that.
Okay.
Okay, so one problem with the this I application, some of you might face, some of you not. This is much related to the machine state also. I also will try to reduce that in the our upcoming version. So problem is like whenever you ask get application, the application pointer you got, but Symmetron is not ready because Symmetron took some time to um, first launch and then some time to taking some time to add this button. Maybe you already saw or maybe maybe you don't realize it because just because you have a nice machine. Okay, but I want to give you a brief things because this is also much related. You can see the technique is same which we are going to see in our second section of this attribute, the using file structure. Okay, so the thing is we have one interface, the I application event, and it has two function on close on ready. So you can ask Symmetron like whenever you are ready to do anything, any action, give me a callback. Okay. So if you attach these events to Symmetron, then Symmetron will give you the callback for these two events on close on ready. So let's check. So first thing you have to do is you have to create a new class which is derived from this. So I am creating my class as my class event, my okay, my app event. It's good. My app events. Okay, I want to derive this from. I can show you the brief code also. Sorry, Symmetron I application events. Okay, it must have to give error. Okay, so if you write like this, it the Visual Studio or this file says I have to implement all the method which is inside this. interface. So it has two methods. I am going to copy that. Okay, I'm going to remove unnecessary things. Okay, still the error is not resolved because you can see inside this interface it is written public, and in the method we don't say like this is public or private, so we have to say it is public method. Now everything is okay, our program is able to compile, but we have to inform Symmetron that I need notification when the Symmetron is ready and closed. And for this, we have a connection point container, which is responsible to make connection of your class, this class, to Symmetron. Symmetron don't understand your class, but Symmetron understand this class, application event, and trigger this function. You have override this function, that's why you get notification. Okay, so this is not documented yet. We are in process of documentation such things. Only thing is like we need some time and we have some priority to do that, but you will see this documented, well documented, maybe after some time. Okay. One thing, this eye connection point is not present in the general things. You have to add something special, system runtime. Okay, system runtime and the com, no, interrupt service, system interrupt service, and com type. Okay. So inside this library, you will can find this application point I included at the top using. So that's why it is added here. Okay. Then simply you have to create your class pointer. So this is my application event pointer. And you can take argument as application if you want. Okay, so I prefer to do that because sometimes we have to check the application has any document open or not. So I am taking this application as an argument. Okay, so we creating our own pointer sim app event. Okay, and we just cast the application to iConnection pointer to make connection with our own pointer. Okay, but right now we don't have created the connection, so for that you have to specify a GUID. GUID is something which is unique for each class, or something unique number which represent the address of that class. So in term of API, everything is identified through GUID. Most of the item is identified through GUID. This is like address for that class. Okay, so address for this is written here. This for this. You just have to copy this. Okay, and paste. This is same for all Symmetron version. So don't worry, even you can copy this code and use as it is. Okay, so GUID in the connection pointer, which is derived from the application, we
Where did you
ask
get the good idea?
for GUID, you have to first select this application event, press F12, or it is one function, go to definition. So it open a metadata file, and here is a plus symbol in the line 9
Okay.
plus. You just have to expand and you will see the GUID.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, then first we have to find the connection. If there is a connection, we can able to make connection, and if it is not, then we don't add a connection, right? So first, for to Symmetron, this is indirectly a Symmetron connection point container. we ask to find connection of this UID, and it is able to find, okay, in this pointer. If this pointer is present, we have to make if. I know this is present because we have created this, but it's better to check. If the connection is found, then we advise to connect this connection to my class using this connection dot advise, giving the my class pointer, and it gives me the cookies which we prefer to cache. Okay, so then I am closing. So maybe what I can do. So let's forget about the following code. We'll going to shift in the above class. So whenever the symmetron is ready, we will get call on ready. Okay. So our approach is like when the symmetron is ready, we have to open one file. Okay, this is our current sim. So first thing is I have to comment the following code because it is going to add attribute to some file. Okay, so on ready, I have to check like is there any active document. So the function active document I have to call. Okay, it is going to return the symmetrony isim document. Isim document. Okay, I have to check like if document is not open. That means if this is null, let's open a document, and for opening document we have to get PDM first. PDM is also present in Symmetron E. Then inside the PDM we have function open document. Okay. So for open document you have to specify some path. So let's take path of any ELT file. Okay. So I'm copying the ELT file path. So this is the path I have to add here in this function as argument. Okay. So this is our task. Whenever the symmetron is ready, we are going to open one specific ELT file, and this function will hit in the background. You can I will show you like this is not in the main thread. Okay, the callbacks is came from the another thread. Are you familiar with the thread concept?
Yes.
Okay. So let's try to run. There is a one problem here. The whole scope of this console application is written in the main function. Okay. So let's check in the main function. This is connecting to Symmetron and this is making the connection. But this application will going to die after this because there is no code which which make this application alive, right? So we have to make this application alive or watching. So for that we can ask console to read some input from user. That means console is open, otherwise console will going to die after this line, like it is going to destroy. Okay, so let's try to run this program. Okay, and let's add a breakpoint here. The thread concept is there is a thread. Thread means like I can try to explain this. Okay, it is very hard to explain this in just 2-3 minutes, but I'll try. So you can imagine thread is like pipeline. Okay, so this is pipeline. So here is some kind of user input, and here is some kind of output we are expect from software. Okay, so one thing is like this: from input to output I have added this black line, So this is like main thread. Main thread is something responsible to communicate with the UI, dialogue, many things. Okay, but for doing some complicated tasks, the main thread have to proceed and do the task one after other. So imagine you have five tasks. Okay, one, two, three, four, and this is five. One, two, three, four, five tasks. So this is input. So first thing is like for main thread, you have to complete this task. Then you have to start completing two, then three, then four, then five. Then obviously let's assume each task need 1 minute. So obviously it will take 5 minutes. Okay. So threading concept is like even if you have a five tasks, you can divide this into the subthreads. So imagine you have five thread on your machine. So what you can do, this is a main thread. You can create another, you can divide this pipeline and before the end somewhere in such way that you can create some additional pipe. So this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four, this is five. Okay, now you have five pipes. One, um, okay, so this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four, this is five. Okay, so even if you have five tasks, at this point you can split. You can say, hey, you are the third one and you have to do this job. For two, you have to do this job. For three, you have to do three job. For four, you have to do three and everything. That means the five tasks individually completed in different thread and the whole time will is actually the time which is required for one thread because it's parallel process. So the total time is one. So you have reduced the five to one. So this is a common example for thread, and thread is going to use in many terms. So for here we are using this for callback. So callback is something given to the API in background. Okay, so that's why you can see here is only one thread, and when we attach and get callback from Symmetron, you can see the another thread. Okay, so for this API, the Symmetron is trying to open. Okay, I am pressing continue whenever it is open, otherwise you can't see the connection is made on. So you can see the Symmetron is open but not ready to take any kind of inputs because on the top file menu and other things are not loaded yet. So you can see even I click anywhere, it will not take any kind of my input. So whenever the Symmetron is ready, we will get callback. So yes, we got callback on the on ready. That means Symmetron is ready to process any kind of input from user or from API. So I check like if the Symmetron have any active document, it shows no. So then I try to open the document, and you can see in the thread there are two things. One is main thread, which is actually waiting for customer or user input. Second thread doing the process. So if the threading is heavy for you, let's forget threading. You can see this is the thing work like this. So I'm stopping this and giving you the this file. Mm. Okay, so let's take 3 minutes to replicate to do these changes at your end and try to get feel for application event working. So I am adding stopwatch for 3 minutes. The code file is added in a chart. If it is not accessible to you, just let me know. One thing is you can't do the connection for other interfaces. There are some special interfaces like application event can support this kind of connections. Okay, so is it working at your place? Do you get the already event? Is anyone tried this? Okay, no problem. We can shift to next section of this lesson. The next section of this lesson is read and write custom data using the file structure. Okay, so do you know the elite file structure? Is anyone here?
I just know this is a zip, basically.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is good answer. So this is zip. Okay, so let's try to make this zip. So first I have to copy this uh, file. So I am changing the file extension to zip. Okay, and if I extract it all, you can say in the file it is 18 file, 18, and there is already one file user data which I have created through plugins. So let's forget that. So it's at the end it is 17 file, 17 file. So what you can do, you don't have to touch this file which is already inside this folder, because if you touch any file, then that file, that ELT file getting corrupted. Even there are some files which you can't read because these are binary. These are special files which only Symmetron can read, like SAB. And if you add anything in that file in through any software, it will not going to read that data and the file crash. So our suggestion is don't touch the existing files. Okay, use this method very wisely, otherwise it will corrupt the file. But why we suggested? Because it has advantage. The advantage is like you can add GBs of data and still it will not going to impact on Symmetron performance memory. Okay, so how to do that? So first thing is like we change the file extension to zip, extract it into a folder, then try to add any user data. So maybe I can add one text file or CS file, anything. You can even add a binary file, video file, exe file, anything. Right, so let me take any existing file. Let's suppose I have taken this symmetron.cs file. I am adding this into this folder. Okay, so instead of making zip from here, I am copying the whole, sorry, I am selecting the whole files including our newly added files. Right click and make it zip, file zip. So this is our the new zip file, new file. Okay, so I'm copying this zip file and paste it in this folder again, and then changing the extension from zip to ELT. And you can see it will still open in the Symmetron. Okay, I can drag it and drop to Symmetron. It will still able to open, right? But Symmetron not able to read your data because Symmetron don't know what is inside this file and how to read this file. So we are doing the whole step, whole process like this, the all steps sequentially one by one. But before that, we have to understand when we have to do that, right? First thing, mostly this is required for plugins. The plugins, the DLL project where we have add the buttons inside the Symmetron or any kind of thing. So the scenario is like that file is open, okay, and whenever customer try to close that file or save that file, you have to add your data in that file by doing the whole process again, like zip file and doing this, doing that. Also you have to take care, like if user have created extrude for this which is not saved in that ELT file because it is marked as this file need to save, it is changed, modified, but it is not saved. So you have to add your data after saving this file, otherwise you will lose extrude, right? So first thing is you need callbacks from Symmetron, like the file is open and then file is saved, after file save, after open document, like this. So for that we have hook concept. The hook is something like you can attach to Symmetron and Symmetron give you the feed, give you the notification something is open, something is closed, like that. Okay, this whole process is written in this first section. If you open this link, okay, you can see there is a one zip file which has sample code to demonstrate you the whole process. So I am copying this zip file which I just downloaded. So our folder, um, temp online course, and afternoon. Okay, I'm going to extract this here. Okay, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So I am not giving you this file because you just have to download from our website. So I'm giving you the link for this site. So let's try to download this file. Then we can see the next step, right? If anyone downloaded, please let me know. Then I will move to next section of this topic.
Downloaded.
Okay, perfect. Then can you please open your screen because I'm not able to do some steps on my machine just because I have problem with my Visual Studio. Can you please share your screen?
It's me?
Yes, it's you.
Okay. Here is the file and
Mm,
unzip. Let me open it.
yes, open it. 19, yes. Okay, so just follow my step. Um, I have problem with my Visual Studio, so I'm not able to use some function which is included in the Visual Studio. So
Okay.
just right click on the properties project, go to the properties, which is at the last.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see you if everything okay. Yes, it's lock. Okay, so just close it, please. Sorry. Just right click and go to the properties again. We have to go to check build and output path. So just go to
Build.
build.
Uh,
Okay, and here in the output part you can see the path is common output debug. So instead that just click on the browse button and select the output path, which is the your Symmetron path 25 path, C program files, that path. Yes, program is okay. Okay, here is okay. Just select
okay.
and just save this project.
Uh,
Control S. Yes.
I think it's saved. Let me check. Yes, it's program.
Okay.
So,
Then go to debug. Just you have one properties added. Just go to find debug here in the properties, left hand side panel. Go no, go to properties, open
properties.
properties. In the
Okay.
left hand side, find debug. Yes,
Debug.
debug. No. Yes, this is so the second option is external program, and you have selected this mm, project has exe, which is in the another path. So just click on the browse button.
Okay.
Okay, and go to the Symmetron installation folder. 25 program and select Symmetron e.exe.
Okay.
Okay, and then save it again. Okay, that's okay. Then the last step is actually main step. Just just below the project, you can see the references.
References
No, 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 no. Just below the project.
below
Project. Just
here or here?
no. Maybe give me the control. Okay, it is not allowing me to take control. So,
Okay.
so do you navigate to the Solution Explorer? And there is a custom data read write project, right? C#. Just below that, there is a property, and just below that, there is a references in the CM hook.cs, just above the CM hook.cs.
And let me give you a control if you want.
Yes, I'm not able to ask. So, is it possible?
You need to
Oh,
request it firstly.
okay. So, maybe if anyone else downloaded, then we can check. Anyone else? Is there anyone downloaded this zip file?
I downloaded it, and my Visual Studio is in English, so it might be easier.
Yes. 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 So can you please
Okay.
share your screen?
Yes. Just 1 second. I'm going to change the screen.
Yeah, just
Okay. The
perfect.
build I
Build.
changed. This one I
Just
changed.
yes, perfect. Then go to debug.
Debug start external program. Symmetron E.
Yes. No, select.
Not this. This is dead.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. See program files. Symmetron. Program. Symmetron E. Right?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Save all, and expand the project which is in Solution Explorer
Yes.
and
References.
references. Yes.
Okay.
So right click on the interop.sim app access and select properties.
Mhm.
So here is
Okay.
a property window, and here in the path you have to see the path of this. Is it correctly loaded or not?
Program files. Symmetron 2025. Looks
Yes,
okay.
this is correctly loaded. So
Okay.
in case this is not loaded correctly, what you have to do first, you have to remove. Just right click, don't remove. But if
Yeah, I
it
know.
is not directed, you have to remove first. Then close this context menu.
Mhm.
Right click on the references.
Add reference.
Select add reference. Yes. Then there is a browse button. On the left hand side, there is a
Oh,
browse.
okay.
Okay, there is also browse, and you have to select this DLL which is present in the Symmetron installation folder. The DLL name, usually the name which you saw in the references, the interop dot sim app access. You just type ion and you can see. Ah, yes, everything is here.
This one.
So you have to select and add. So right now, everything is added correctly. So we are not going to change anything. Okay. So just
Mhm.
close this place. Okay. Okay, then I'm taking control. Rest of the thing I can show you on my machine.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, I have to close this. Okay, I have to open this. Also, I have to open Visual Studio in admin. Okay, I have to make sure this is properly directed or not. This is there. So I can change the path from Notepad++ usually because many things. Program file. So this whole thing is just because of me. Sorry, this is because of me, of course, but just because I have some functionality which is not available on my computer, unfortunately. So I have to change this path manually. Otherwise, you can change it in the Visual Studio through the process which just we saw. Okay, so I have to reload it all. Reload it all. Okay. Then I have to make sure the everything is okay. Okay, I'm not going to debug like this, so no problem. It's okay. Okay, so it's look good for me. I'm going to rebuild this. Okay, okay. Oh, I have to close Symmetron because maybe yes. Yesterday we also have morning session for this API training. You know, everyone knows. And in that morning training, I did the same exercise with same name. So that's why it is not able to compile. Right now it's built. Okay. So this is a project, and in this project, the all settings, all code already done. You just have to find the places where you can add your data and understand some basics of hook. Okay. So first thing is you have to open README file. Okay, and do all these steps. First is open following file in Notepad. The file which is present in C is Symmetron version number 2025 data. So C program data, let's check where it is. C program data 25 data folder, DM's hook. So DM hook. So this is the file. I have opened it. Okay. Then just below, so the second step is just below DM hook callback. So this is DM hook callback. Add a following line. So I'm going to add this line just below that. So just below that. I'm going to remove this line because this line is which we have added for morning sessions. So I'm going to remove that. Okay. After compiling this project, register the COM-DLL using the following command. To register it, do check on the following path. Right click on the project and go to properties. So right click properties. So then in the build, I have to check on this register as comment drop. So go to build, scroll down, and here is register for com. It's already checked on, so that's okay. Okay, then I'm going to build this. Okay, so let's understand first what is this. The first is custom data read write. This is our DLL name. So you can see this is our DLL name. Second thing is sim hook. There is a one class which is the hook, which is derived from the I hook. This is the class name for this. Okay, so this is clear. So let's understand about this class. So this is actually com class. So to create any com class for C# project, you must have to check on this com visible true. It's already true here, but if it is found, it will not going to work. So it should be true. Second thing is okay, you have to add these three line class interface, GUID and com visible. This GUID is not the GUID of this class. If you check, if you open this in metadata and try to check the GUID here is something different. Okay, it is not the same. Here it start from 9.5 and you can check the GUID start from 1A. Okay, so how to create this GUID? So just go to tools, and here you can find the GUID. Select this one and copy and paste it here. I'm not going to do that. And com visible true means you are making this as a com class. Okay. Um, I hope this is okay for you all. And as this is interface, we have to override all the functions even we are not doing anything. Just like this, after active document, I didn't added anything, but I have to override. Okay, so I have override some special functions here. This is the after close document, and also after open document, and after save document. Okay, only this function. Okay, okay, nothing here. Only in two place we added this thing. One thing is like before close document, I have saved the document which is going to close this one. So this is the member variable of this class. This is a string, and also in the before save document, I have remember this document path, full path. Okay, apart from that, there is nothing else. Also, here is one more class, custom data manager. So this class is the manager for adding, reading the custom data into the ELT file. The responsibility of this class is to make sure that Symmetron file is not going to corrupt. User going to add the data into the ELT file, and user can read into the ELT file without harming the performance of Symmetron, and also it should be independent from Symmetron. So you can see the function like create zip, get all files and folder, save and custom zip file. So this function is required to do the process which we did manually. So first in the last we created a zip file by selecting all files. So that's why here is a function get all files and folder and create zip file. Okay, and for saving you can see here is the code which is actually extract zip file. Okay, so all the process which we did manually, we are eventually doing this process in from the code automatically.
But this
Okay,
process is after the classic Cimatron save, or it is instead of the classic Cimatron save?
it is actually after Symmetron save. So
So it's like saving the file twice in terms of, let's say, time, computing
no,
time,
no,
or
no, no.
no?
Symmetron will take time to save their data, the geometry data, cube, spline, B-spline, toolpath, everything. But Symmetron don't have taken ownership of our data, which is the user data, customized data. Okay,
So this
so
happens in parallel after the Cimatron save, in
yes,
another thread, so to speak.
yes,
Okay.
okay. So that's why we override this function and add these two methods. So you can check. So after document save, we uh, call this custom data manager and ask him to save our own data, save custom data. Okay, and because at that point document is closing from Symmetron memory. Okay, and at this point we have also write these two function. First is after close document. So whenever document sorry, after open document. So whenever document is open, Symmetron trying to restore all the data which Symmetron is responsible for, geometry and some user data, which is by default Symmetron is going to show. But we have to read our data, which is custom data. So first thing is like we override the after open document method, then we try to fetch our data from that ELT file. through that document path. Okay, there is a one more scenario, like without saving user can close the document. Okay, so for that the callback is hit to this function after close document. So that's why we again override we again add these two lines inside this function. So is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. So you can try to match the whole things with the things which I did manually for that ELT file, like changing the extension to zip, then extract the zip file, adding my file into that folder, then select all file, then creating zip file, and again rechange the extension to ELT file. Whole things we are doing automatically through programming, nothing else. The other two file which is responsible to create a plugin. So we don't need plugin through run for this tool. Plugin is simply to create a button. So I don't want to create the button. So I am not going to register plugin. Otherwise, I have to go through the whole step, like open register command and give the DLN all thing. We I think did it in second lesson. So I'm going to rebuild this. Okay, this is built. Okay, then I'm opening the Symmetron 25. Okay, and we already know how to debug Symmetron plugin DLL. For that, we have to go debug, go to attached process. Okay, and search this. First we have to make sure this is manage and native, then we have to search Symmetron, select Symmetron and attach to process. So here in the saved of custom data, you can see at the last I have added one file. Okay, where is that file? Zip file. Before that file, get all document path. Okay, I have copied this temporary file into that folder. This is file path. Copy user defined data, custom data into extracted folder. So let's try to understand this code till the Symmetron is okay. Symmetron is open. So first thing is like we have to Symmetron ELT file path. So this is file path. We create some temporary folder path. Okay, and in the temporary path, we have created the one custom Symmetron custom data folder, and inside this folder we have created or save our user custom data. So I have created or saved the data in the file of this user data.txt. Okay, I write some data in that file. This is just for example to save the data. Then inside that folder I have extracted the given ELT file by treating as zip. So I have extracted to that folder and copying this user data file inside that extracted folder inside this, then selecting the all file which is in the extracted folder and creating a new zip file, and then rechanging its extension to ELT file. I hope you can read this code through that manual process now. So let's check. First thing we have to check, yes, our debug point hits means we have we attach to the Symmetron. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to open any file. So let's take this file. Okay, so file is open in Symmetron. It is not displayed, but we got call in the after open document. That's meant file is open somewhere in the memory. Okay, so you can see the read custom data. I'm going inside and reading the file. This is ELT file. Okay. I am creating one temporary folder. The path of this temporary folder is this. Okay, I have this is empty folder. Then I have extracted the ELT file to that folder. Yes, the file is extracted. This is all files. It is 20. This file has 20 items. 20 items. Then I try to get all files, though you can see it is 20 items. Hmm. Then I try to check if the file has user data or not, and if I found user data, I try to read. Right now, we haven't had our user data, so obviously it will not give you the user data. So it is empty now. Okay, so but I am adding breakpoint here. So first we save our data. Okay, then after save, we try to reload it again, and you can see we will get any kind of data here. So I am pressing F5. You can see the call came from main thread. This is not in actually in background thread, means this will impact on performance, but we as a programmer, we have to take care about this for threading and doing some other things. So I am pressing continue. The file is open. Without doing anything, I am closing this. First thing is I have to add breakpoint on some functions. I am adding breakpoint on after save document and after close document added. So I am closing this file. So after close document, I got callback, and you can see I got the application pointer, the data operation is 0, and I didn't get the document part because document is flushed from Symmetron memory. This is the reason I have cached the document path whenever the document is open in before callback object path. Okay, then I try to save my custom data. So I am doing the same thing again. First thing, I am creating a new temporary folder, which is this Symmetron custom data. Okay, then try to write my custom data inside that folder. I have write my file. Yes, this file has data. This example to save, and this is this. Okay, then I try to extract the ELT file into that folder. Okay, so you can see in this process I have created first one folder extracted and added all extracted all ELT file here. Okay, then I will move my user data file inside this extract folder. So let's check. So I have copied this user data file into the extracted folder. You can see now this file is added here. Okay. Now I am taking all files and folder which is in the extracted. Now it is 21 item. Then creating zip file, add the ELT location and change its location to ELT. So changing the zip file to ELT, path1a.elt and return true. Now we have add our custom data into that part1a.elt file. Now I am trying to open it. You can see the call came to here, and if I press F5, you can see the process find the user data file inside that zip ELT file, and I am trying to read that file, and you can see I got some data. These examples, yes, the same data. I break this and continue. So this in this way you can add any custom data inside Symmetron. This is much simple thing which is not going to harm the Symmetron open performance directly. You have to take care about your use data, and also it's your responsibility when to read in the data. So it's up to developer like how to manage the data. So is this clear for all, or is there any questions in your mind? A question? Okay, so let's try to do whole things at your computer and let's see if you found something. One thing I want to say here, whenever you check it on the com visible true and give this DLL to customer, it will not going to work unless and until you have registered it. Okay, so you have to find how to register DLL. So there are some standard the batch file process which can able to register this DLL. So we have one batch file also. Let me check. File present, register, no, batch file, batch. Okay, so here is a one bat file which you can also maybe find in your program. If not, I will give you. So if you want to add or register these things on computer, um, so this batch file work for adding or register the plugin command, but you want to register your project as com. So to do that, we have another file. Maybe I can search quickly in net. Why I'm searching? I know the command rgasm, but I want to show you the possible ways. Excel is not open. So yeah, I was impression that it give me the direct command, but it is not. So let me share you some link after our session. But at the end, what you have to do, you have to create in the installation that you have to run one command in the command prompt during the installation process. The command prompt is like rgsn. Then in the string, you have to give the whole path of this DLL. Okay, then close the string and press enter. This will register that DLL on that computer. So I will share you the details after our lecture. So I will pause for let's say 5 minutes. Till that time, you must have to try this and check if you are able to add the custom data inside the file or not. I will take break for 5 minutes. Hello, sorry for late. Is it working at your end? Anyone tried? Hello,
Hello?
is it working?
I didn't succeed.
Hmm, why? Are you facing some issue?
Uh, yes, there is some issues, I think. I'm trying.
Okay. Is there anyone?
No success here. The breakpoint will not be hit. No symbols have been loaded for this document.
Okay, so we can check this specific issue. Can you please share screen?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, Symmetron is open. Breakpoint is not hit means this DLL not load. Okay, so first is you have to stop this. Okay, so just right click on show me the properties of this project. The build property, build. Okay, looks good. Register command. Okay, okay. And can you rebuild it in admin?
Yes. Okay, I rebuilt it.
Uh, okay, is it successful? I'm not.
Yes. Yes, it's on another screen.
Okay, okay, perfect. Then first thing you have to do, like you have to make the entry in dmhook.ini file. So have you done that?
Not sure how to do that.
Okay, so just open readme file, readme.txt, and follow this step. Just go to
Yes,
this
I didn't
folder.
register it. Okay. Demo is
Yes.
complete. Okay, so the data folder for 2025. DM hooks. Okay, I saved it.
Okay, you showed it. Perfect.
Register
Then
is
just
coming up. Okay.
it is already added, so don't worry. And then next thing you have to do is just
Looking
launch
Symmetron.
Symmetron. Yes.
Okay.
Then go to debug in
In
your
the
Visual
touch.
Studio.
Okay. I'll wait for it to load.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Touch.
Go to hook and see the
Okay.
breakpoint. Yes, it's enabled now.
Okay, cool. Now let's open something.
Mhm.
Extrude. Save. Okay, after close document. So let's close. Okay, it works. temp folder, temp folder. Yeah.
No, open in File Explorer.
Explore.
Yes, File Explorer.
Just like
Remove
this?
this.
No,
You
I
have to
need to
remove,
remove this.
yes.
And this. Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, then do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Let me try
let's
again,
try it
please.
again. Yes, you have that part. Let's enter.
I
Is
press
it not?
enter and that's it. Doesn't work.
Okay, okay. So
I
let's
see.
go to one by one. See user, user, your name. Yeah, yes, I think there is app folder, app or something, app data. Yes, app data. And then can you please check that part again?
Local. It says right here. App
Oh,
data,
yes,
local,
local temp. Yeah,
and
local and temp.
temp.
Okay, so here one folder is created. Name of that folder, Symmetron custom data.
Let's step over and see.
It's created.
It's
Okay,
created. Should have been
yes,
created.
yeah, it should be present. You can sort by data modified. There
Oh,
is a new folder. Scroll at bottom, maybe.
date modified goes from oldest to newest, I think.
Maybe at the top or bottom.
Yeah, date modified of today.
Yes.
Uh,
Just
I don't
because of
see
this,
it.
no, the new folder is added. So the folder may be shown at the bottom. So you have to scroll at the bottom.
Let's try by type. I don't know. Okay, there are a few folders in here.
Yes, you can type now C custom data. There is one folder.
Here.
Yes,
Okay.
Symmetron custom data. Yes.
Now we can
Uh,
step over a bit. Some file should. Okay,
hmm,
cool.
yes. Don't open it because we are writing the file through program.
Right now, yes. Okay, now I can
Now it's
open
done.
it. 1 kilobyte, that's good. Okay. Now I'm just continuing.
Yes. Open file again.
Yes. Project, API, external data. Okay, cool.
Use the data. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's when it's working. Okay, so if
Can you
anyone,
please show the attach the process?
yes. So, Ian, can you show it on your screen? How to
How to
attach?
attach the process? Yes.
Yes.
No, just that screen, please.
Okay, the screen. Go to no, no,
Debug,
debug and
attach the process.
attach to process.
Uh, can you open the window, please? Which
Yes, of course.
selection?
You need to search for a Symmetron, which is not
Yeah.
available right now because I closed it.
Just hold on. So before attaching, you have to make sure in the attach to, you have to select these two, manage and native. So to select, you have select button at right side. two must be selected.
Attach the process. Net4 and native.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
And
I got.
then, yes, then select the Symmetron e.exe and try to attach.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. So, so this lesson is completed. Okay, so I hope everyone did this assignment. If you haven't did, make sure you can give it one try, because for the lesson 6, which is the last session of this series, we need all the knowledge of these extra data, custom data, and also our previous knowledge of API. Going to create one maybe custom feature. We are going to create something in Symmetron like custom feature which having my name and like that. Okay, so I have some time. I think I have 30 minutes, right? Okay, yes, we have some time. So let me share you something. Okay, let's close. So here in the tips and solution, there is also two more things. One is restriction access and one is localization. Okay. So restriction is means you are adding the license to your plugin. Okay. So we have API which enable you to add license. So how to do that? So for plugin, we know like we have to write this class plugin and you have to give API command data from the append command. Okay. So for this function, if you return null by some check, then it will this command not going to load in Symmetron. That means this plugin is not available for that check. Okay. So what you have to do, you can this is like assignment for you. This you have to read this page and all the APIs which is related to license, like to get the customer ID, server ID, packages, modules is available here. Also function get valid modules. So you have to create a plugin. Okay, I think we already did in our second lesson, and you have to protect that plugin through license. Okay, so on my machine, so let's check this license, the license package manager. I have these kind of packages, the complete system, that. So first thing what I'm expecting, like you can protect your plugin for any packages which you have. If the package is not available, you have to return null from this append command. You have to just return null. If you return null, then means that plugin is not available for check. Okay, so is this good for you?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
please share me this assignment before Friday. So it's simple. You just have to understand the licensing from this page, and also for help, if you click on any green item like this, let's check the valid modules, you will find the code. So also here is two lines you can find in all code. This is this one. So it will not going to compile because you have to mention something extra in your program. So that is actually um, system runtime interrupt service, because this attribute is present in this namespace. So I am going to give you this namespace. You make sure you have to add it at the top so you can copy this code and use directly. Okay, then next thing is on your interest. This is not assignment. The localization mechanism in standalone application or plugins. To distribute your plugins globally, you must support localization. And to support localization, you have to write something, or you have to create some special things. Okay. So the localization mechanism is like you have to show one string in English, one string in Italy, like that. So to do that, you have to create one resource DLL. Um, are you familiar with this resource DLL?
Nope.
Okay, so let me show you. Resource DLL we can use for in C sharp. It is much convenient. So sorry, in C++, resource RCDLL is convenient. So let's create C++ program. We don't have to understand many things. Okay, so we can do that. Oh, here is library, Windows, and select this dynamic link library DLL. Give the project name like maybe my plugin. This is resource DLL, so I am adding RC at the end. Okay, then create. So save this project. Don't do anything. Okay, and you can see RC. So for RC, I have to one. There is that option. So search a resource. Okay, search resource view on the visual view. I click it and it open this window. I have to tab this in the solution explorer. I have to select my plugin and it will show it is nothing. Okay, so I am going to add. I am right click and going to add resource. So I am right now adding resource. So what kind of resource I have to add? I have to add resource table, a string table, because in every language a string is looking different. In English it looks different, in Italy it look different. So what what I have to do is first thing I'm adding the string table. So I'm double clicking it. You have to mention your string ID name. So maybe it is like ID as string hello. Okay. The value for this string is constant. So you can keep as it is and type the name hello. Okay, and save it and compile it. Right now, this DLL is the treat as the resource DLL. Okay. So wherever the name you found is like resource DLL, that means these things. Okay. So rest of the thing is already added in this page. Also, you can find the documentation for some one special interface, iLocalization service, which is added from Symmetron 25. The responsibility is to get string from ID. The ID is this 101. The integer value is constant even the string is in English or Italy. Okay, so what you have to do, let's check with code. First you have to new this localization service, sorry, this localization service. Then you have to call load user library and give the full path of your resource DLL, and then ask this interface give me the string which is assigned for one integer, let's say 101, and this will return you the hello world. And you have to show this hello world to your maybe console or anywhere wherever you want to do this localization. Is this clear?
Yes.
um, I'm not going to cover or do in the program because I would like to you to read all this document. Everything is written here. The only matter is to read and do trial. This keyword is new, so that's why I have made this project. So if you want anything from my side to create this project, so let me know. Mm, there are two things which is need to cover. Okay, let me check if there anything which I feel necessary to cover. Mm, Geometry service we are going to cover next session. Okay, so I think this is good for today. We covered many things. Mm, and please submit assignment before Friday, so I will check and give you the feedback. So thank you everyone. If anyone has any kind of doubt, you can ask me now or even after the session. If you have some doubts in your mind, just write a mail to me. I will try to answer it as soon as possible, or maybe I can also try to answer somewhere in the next session.
What's
Uh,
the assignment again?
So you have to protect the your plugin. So
Okay. Okay.
maybe in our lesson two, we have created one plugin which create a sets name API. I hope you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you have to protect that plugin through license.
Okay.
And to protect from the append command function, you just have to return null on specific kind of module. Okay, and for that you have to read our document page for licensing, which I have maybe I have given the link. Yes, no, I don't have given the link. So let me give me a minute. Restriction and the license. Okay, so the link is added in the chat. You just have to read it and add license protection for your plugin.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Akshay,
Yes.
I didn't see the before session record on the team.
Okay, so this first mail is came to you from Guy, the Symmetron API online course, or uh, have you received this mail from Guy, or you received from someone else?
Okay, he shared normally first and second one, but I didn't find the third session.
Third session, let me check. Give me a minute. Yes, API course A. Tuesday series 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, all recording is present. So just access this link I'm giving to you, or maybe I'm pin this link. Okay, so I have ping guy's message on team chat. Can you please try to access that link, API course?
API course. Okay.
Okay, just click on that and let me know if you are able to see or not.
Uh, I need to define my mail address. I'm checking.
Mhm.
B. Okay, I see that.
Yes, in the course B, you can find the all recording for afternoon session. The afternoon means the current session,
Okay, thank you.
Wednesday session. Okay, perfect. Thank you all for joining, and
Thank
see
you.
you next time. Yes, bye bye.
See you.
Thank you.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.